we're modeling. Every time we preach, we're modeling what it means to learn from God's Word. So that our people will learn in the same way from God's Word. By the way, the pattern in the Jewish synagogue, which was carried over into the early church, was to sequentially read through the scriptures. They had a whole layout of passages to read through the scriptures Sunday by Sunday and to comment on those things. And that's why you see Jesus standing up there and they say, well, here's the text to be read for this day. They would read from the Pentateuch or they would read from the prophets, but they had a sequential order that they followed. And then they would explain it. And that's how the early church functioned as well. They would read through the scriptures and they would sequentially, Sunday by Sunday, and they would explain those scriptures sequentially. Well, what I call expository preaching, what we call expository preaching. But as the church over the years changed, the calendar slowly became filled with feasts and festivals, and topical preaching became more common and eventually took over the pulpits. Constantine changed a lot of that and his time onward. And I really believe, guys, we got to return to the sequential preaching of God's Word, because it's His Word that really matters. One more thing about this. The Reformed preachers, because this is modeling what we're doing when we teach, the Reformed preachers use the old word experimental to describe their preaching. Have you ever seen that in some of the Reformed texts? They use the term experimental. They meant what we mean by experiential. It means that preaching that tests our experience of God by the Scriptures, so that our preaching itself is experiential. We're experiencing it. And we want our people to experience it. Does our experience match biblical truth? So I would say our preaching needs to be experiential. And it models for people how to study the Bible and how they can experience God's Word. Because otherwise people will gravitate to what's spiritually superficial.